Welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. I hope everybody is having a great day. Let's get straight into the emails. We've got a few to go through here. You know what? I think we've got enough money. Let's give Uncle Tim $5,000. There we go. Now he wants $7,500. Well, he's just going to have to wait on that. Now own 10% of Tim's Red Hot Repairs. Well, excellent news. So at some point in the future, maybe we'll give Uncle Tim $7,500 for 10% more of the business. Okay. So let's get started with this first email. Hey, I've got a computer here that's all fouled up. The damn thing won't even start. Can you do something about it? I need to get back to my schoolwork. So diagnose and fix. Let's accept that. Hiya, I need a new PC. The CPU can definitely hit 3000 megahertz. Can you overclock it for me? I want my GPU to run at 2309 megahertz. Can you get it done in 9 days? Don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff. NZXT components are meant to be the bomb. So let's accept that one. Intern struck again. Tells everyone he's got this magnetic bracelet for attracting the toxins out of his body or some nonsense. Leaves it on top of the computer overnight, doesn't he? Whole computer's wiped now. According to my forecast model, we could do with a capacity upgrade soon anyway, and we've got a slight budget surplus to mop up. So could you put a new hard drive in? Nothing more then. So replace the SSD and upgrade to 4 terabytes of storage. Let's accept that. I need some help. I'm looking to pay for a new PC. Performance-wise, can you aim for a benchmark of 6497? I need this pretty soon, 2 days at the latest. I want 2 GPUs for this build. My brother has MSI in his PC. He says they are the best. Don't try and pass off any new used parts. I want all new stuff. So dual graphics cards, 6497 3D Mark score for a budget of $4,000. We can definitely do that. We'll accept that one. And lastly, hey, I'm actually looking for a new build. I'm hyped for this game I just got, but my PC won't run it. It's called Dead Stick Bush Flight Simulator. Minimum spec. You make this your #1 priority, please. I heard you guys put used parts in PCs. Please don't do that. So we will accept that one as well. So we're waiting for that one to come in. So for this build, I will step away, get a build put together, and be right back. So for this first build, we're going to use the NZXT Z370 board, an i5 8600K, a Kraken X52, 4 sticks of G-Skill Rip Jaws. I think it was 16 gig, 3200 megahertz. A EVGA Supernova, a 550 watt, a 512 gig M.2, a 4 terabyte Barracuda, and we're going to put that in a H440 Hyper Beast. We're also going to be using a Zotac GTX 1060 Mini, because when I was doing some research for this episode, it's the only one that can overclock this high. Took quite some searching around on the internet. I've already got it in my inventory, so we will use that one. So for this next PC, to hit 6497, I will get another build put together and be right back. For the dual GPU build, we're going to go with a MSI Z270 Gaming Pro Carbon, an i7 7700K, an EVGA 280 liquid cooler, 4 sticks of this G-Skill Trident Z RAM, 2 MSI GTX 1080 Gaming X's. We're getting 2 more, or another one of these Patriot Scorch, and another 4 terabyte hard drive, a Corsair RM850X. Oh, and I didn't click add on the case. So let's go back and let's get this Cooler Master case. So we're going to put it in the Cooler Master case because he wants MSI parts. So we'll do that. And for our last build, we need to build something that can run a dead stick bush flight simulator minimum spec. Let's find that dead stick. So there's what it's going to take to run. The budget ought to let us build something a little bit nicer, so I will get something put together and be right back. So for this last build to run dead stick bush flight simulator minimum spec, again, here's the specs. And here's what we're going to get. A Gigabyte Gaming K7 motherboard, a Ryzen 7 1800X, 4 sticks of G-Skill Trident Z. In the black, it's 4000 megahertz, 16 gig. We're getting another Patriot Scorch and another 4 terabyte hard drive. A Radeon RX Vega 64. An 850 watt power supply, and we're going to put that in an Antec P110 loose. So let's go ahead and order this stuff. Let's close some of this out. And let's go end our day so we can get all of our stuff in. And go to work. Okay. Let's get the things that need fixing. What's all this here? That's something ordered off of PC Bay, so we'll put that away. And let's start with this. Let's just see if it powers on at all. Nope. I don't even remember what this one said. Won't even start. Okay. Well, let's check the power supply first. Say that. Let's get this mounting ring off. They still haven't fixed that. Or it lets you take the ring off, but leaves the screws in. Broken Cooler Master 450 watt. Do I have any of those? Got a used one. Does it say anything about not using used parts on this? No, it did not. So we'll just do that. Let's cable it up, make sure it works. Nothing. Oh, what happened there? So the power supply didn't fix it, huh? Well, let's check the motherboard. Get everything removed here. Let's get the RAM. Gonna basically build a whole new computer here by the time we're done. Let's see. Motherboard's broken as well. So let's go order another H170. Let's see. So we get one of those. Oh, we did need to get another 4 terabyte hard drive, as well as see what SSD was in this. An ADATA. So let's get another one of these ADATA. And it was the 240. Double check that just to be sure. 240. We'll do same day. Okay, let's see if we can get this computer up and working. Oh, let's get rid of that broken motherboard. Let's get the new one in. Let's get the RAM and CPU installed. And RAM. Where are you, RAM? We'll get the graphics card installed as well. And let's cable everything back up. Make sure this works. There we go. Okay, let's power that down and let's get this put back together. Oh, let's get the cooler put on. You guys almost let me forget to put the cooler on. Jeez. Unhook yourself there. Let's go ahead and get this PSU mount put on here. Alright, let's let it power back up. There we go. Okay. Let's get this out in the hall and out of our way. Hopefully this will be simple. It just needs a new SSD and a hard drive. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do yet. Let's get this SSD off of here. Yep, it is broken. Let's get rid of it. Let's add the new one. Let's get their 4 terabyte hard drive. And we'll cable this all up. We'll get a USB in the back here and let's power it on and make sure it all works. There we go. Okay, let's get the side panel put back on, and this one is done. Let's power that down, and we will get it out in the hall. Let's start getting cases on the tables here. And there we go. Okay, so now I gotta remember names. Go away. So J-Nut. So that's J-Nut. S. Lloyd is this one, which means our last one is C. Kenworthy. Okay. Let's get this case pulled apart and start getting some parts put in it. Let's get our motherboard, the NZXT. Get that all screwed down. Let's get all these RAM clips open. Oops, not cooling. This is getting the i5 8600K, as well as 4 sticks of the G-Skill Ripjaws Black, not the used one. And 4. Let's get some thermal paste on here. Get some of these out of our way. Let's get this PSU mount out of our way. Okay. For the cooler, what cooler is this one getting? I think it's getting the NZXT. Oh, no. Close back down. Man, this thing's fiddly sometimes. Okay. So for the graphics card, we need this Zotac Mini. Also putting a Patriot Scorch in here. And a 4 terabyte hard drive. Now let's get our power supply in. The 550 watt. Nope, unplug yourself. And let's get the PSU mount put back on. Okay. Oh, I think this has to have the top reinstalled. Let's get the top panel on here. Oh, I didn't even cable it up. What am I doing? Alright, what color cables do we want to go with? I got blue there. Maybe we'll put some blue. Let's see what we got. Blue. That's a little bit lighter than that blue. Is it more like... more of a cyan? Try the regular blue. Nope, I like the cyan better. Okay. Get everything connected here. Get this powered on. We shouldn't have to do anything with the CPU because it already clocks higher than what they are requesting. But this GPU let's power cycle that. Hop into our BIOS. Let's turn XMP on. Do a quick restart. Let's get 3D Mark installed and GPU tuner installed. We'll get that restarted. While that's restarting, I'm going to remind myself 2309 is what they're looking for on the overclock. Let's take that all the way. 2309. That's quite the overclock, so let's apply that. Let's run 3D Mark, make sure we don't blue screen. I'm going to let this run, and if it blue screens or if it finishes, I will come right back and show you guys. Alright, so there you have it. It did not blue screen. Score doesn't matter on this one. So we are good to go. Let's power this down and put it out in the hall. We can get started on this next one, the MSI build. Let's start by removing all these case parts. Get the top off here. This side off. Okay. May not have needed to take that side off. Let's get a motherboard installed. The MSI Z270 Pro Carbon. See, I think we were putting 4 sticks of RAM in this as well, so let's get all of these open. We'll get the 7700K installed. Oh, dang it. There we go. And we will get the memory installed. And the last one. There we go. Let's get some of these out of our way. We are putting 2 graphics cards in here. First, let's get our Patriot Scorch installed, as well as our 4 terabyte. There we go. Now we'll get that installed. Now we will get our 2 graphics cards in. 2 MSI GTX 1080 Gaming X's. And we'll get our power supply in, the Corsair RM850. Oh, let's get rid of that. I don't need a broken power supply. Let's get our PSU mount on here. Get some thermal paste. And we will get our cooler. Okay, let's cable this up. This is MSI, so we're definitely going to go red. Get everything wired up here. Whoops. Motherboard, CPU power. There we go. Okay, let's get some of these parts put back on. As well as this side panel. And we will get a USB drive in. Let's power this up. Hop into the BIOS. Turn our XMP on. Get our OS installed, and let's get a 3D Mark installed on here. Alright, let's get 3D Mark running. And as soon as we have a score, I will come right back. There it is, 11,363. So we definitely beat the 6497 they were looking for. So let's get this case finished off. Very nice. Let's power it down, and we will get this out in the hall. And for our last build, let's get this case taken apart. Okay. Get our motherboard in, the Gigabyte Gaming K7. Let's get that open. This is getting 4 sticks of RAM, I believe, as well. Let's get our Ryzen 7 1800X in there. Let's get our G-Skill Trident Z RAM in black. All installed. And the last one, oh, that clip open. Okay. Get some thermal paste on there. And let's see if we can get our, oh, the cooler. Really? It won't fit up top. Well, isn't that something? That's fine. Let's take this front off. Let's get this little dinky fan out of the way. We'll install it in the front. Perfect. Okay. Let's get our SSD in there, as well as our 4 terabyte hard drive. Our Vega 64 graphics card. And our power supply. Okay, well, let's cable this up. I'm just going to go with black. Get everything cabled up here. Let's go ahead. Put some of this case back together. Okay. Let's power it on. Hop into the BIOS. Set our XMP. Hop out of here and see if we can get a USB drive in quick enough. Oh, not fast enough. Power cycle it. Go ahead and get this side panel on. And this side panel, because this is ready to go. Let's power that down and get it out in the hall. Okay, everything is done. Let's collect some money. Collect that one. And that one. That one. That one. Okay. We've got some new emails to go through, but we will do that in the next episode. This episode's already run a little bit long. So if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next episode.